Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Bake with Khushi. It's New Year's and I thought why not start the year with something sweet. So today I'm going to be making this butterscotch pudding. They're extremely easy and tasty. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, our first ingredient is dark brown sugar. I've taken here around half cup of dark brown sugar. If you want, you can take light brown sugar as well. Now usually butterscotch is in general made out of brown sugar itself. Out of white sugar it's harder compared to brown sugar, so I've used brown sugar and I've taken half cup of butter as well. Now make sure that your gas is on medium flame because the sugar will start heating very soon, and if you keep it on high flame it will start burning. Now add both the butter and the sugar in the pan and like this put it on medium flame. Make sure to keep stirring it continuously, otherwise your sugar will start getting stuck on the pan and it will also start burning. As you can see, my sugar has started to solidify in the corners of the pan, so make sure to stir it continuously like this. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract to this mixture. It will give it a better taste. This is how your paste should start looking after a while. As you can see, nothing is stuck on the pan, so it can move very freely, and there are some air bubbles already forming inside. Don't worry about it. Once your sugar has dissolved, we're going to be adding half cup of fresh cream to it. My fresh cream has been already heated so that the temperature of the fresh cream is same as that of the butterscotch mixture. This is done so that the fresh cream does not get spoiled when it's added to the sugar syrup. You have to continue stirring it, and as you can see, the color has changed from light brown to dark brown. This is all because of the sugar. Now we'll keep this pan aside and we're going to prepare our milk mixture for it. In another pan, we're going to take around 1.5 cup of milk like this, and we're going to heat this milk. You don't have to boil the milk completely, you just have to make sure that it is hot. Now in a bowl, I'm going to transfer the hot milk which we had heated earlier. As you can see by the steam that it is really hot. Be careful while doing this. Now to this I'm going to be adding around 4 to 5 tablespoons of corn flour. This will help us thicken our pudding. Since this is an eggless pudding and there is no gelatin being added, corn flour is essential for this recipe. Make sure that your corn flour is completely added to the milk. Now if you add too much corn flour, your pudding will turn too thick, and if you add little of it, it will be watery. So make sure that you add only 4 to 5 spoons of it. Now we're going to be adding this hot milk mixture back to our sugar syrup. So for this, what we're going to do is again we're going to place the pan on heat and add this while it is still hot. This will balance both the temperatures since both of them are going to be very hot. Now at this point, make sure to stir continuously. This is very essential because this is when your pudding's color will start changing, and it will also give it the consistency. You will have to stir it for at least 5 to 6 minutes or until it comes to a boil. Slowly you will start seeing that that it is thickening. It's been 5 minutes and you can already see the difference in the consistency. It is much thicker than what it was before. Look at this. It is the perfect consistency. So now I'm going to switch off the gas and keep this aside. Another pan or bowl, take around 1/4 cup of white sugar, and to this we're going to be adding around 1 tablespoon of water and start stirring it continuously so that the sugar starts dissolving and the sugar syrup is formed. Now butterscotch has its own crunchy flavor, so for that we're going to be preparing the sugar syrup. Make sure to stir it continuously so that it doesn't burn. Once our sugar syrup is ready, I'm going to be adding chopped cashew nuts to this. This is what will give us the crunchiness. Now make sure that that your sugar syrup covers all your cashew nuts. Now mix them well and give them a proper coating. Now I'm gonna set this so that it can cool down and harden complete. Just pour it and level it, and soon it will start hardening. After 5 to 10 minutes you can lift it off and you will see that it is ready. It's been 15 minutes. Now I'm lifting this, and you can see that it's gonna come out very easily. It's okay even if it's breaking in between. We are anyway going to make small pieces out of this. For this I've taken a bag and I've put all the cashew nuts in this, and now using any heavy thing you can crush these like this. Make sure that the pieces are not too small or not too large, just enough that they're crunchy. I had transferred my pudding to another bowl. Now to this I'm going to be adding those cashew nut pieces. Now I'm not going to add all of them. I'm going to leave some behind for garnishing. Now make sure to mix this well, and we will keep this in the fridge for at least 30 minutes so that it can cool down. It's been almost 30 minutes. So I'm going to take my pudding and transfer it to these glasses. Since the pudding is thick, it is not hard to transfer them, as you can see. Now transfer to the second bowl as well. Now make sure to level up the pudding while filling it in. And now I'm going to chill it again in the fridge for another 30 minutes. I want my pudding to be extremely chill. Now as you can see, the color is perfect and my pudding has set down. Now to this I'm going to be decorating it using some fresh cream. Now if you want, you can use whipped cream or white chocolate or any other sort of decoration that you like. I'm just going to pour some fresh cream over this and level that up again. Now I'm going to be garnishing it with some cocoa powder. This will just enhance its taste and give it a more chocolatey flavor. And now our final ingredient are the crushed cashew nuts that we had kept aside earlier. This will give it a crunchy taste. As you can see, the pudding looks so tempting and delicious. This will stay good for at least 3 to 4 days in the fridge. Don't leave it outside because it has milk in it and fresh cream. It will get spoiled very easily. Our butterscotch pudding is now ready. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment on my channel. Until then, bye.